the entire Russian people will be grateful. This is what Shamil Shmuel Lukashev, a fighter from Ossetia and a member of the Freedom of Russia Legion, said in an interview with the commander-in-chief. He said he signed the contract on September 27, 2021, and on January 9, 2022, he was sent to Crimea, allegedly for training. When we were sent to Ukraine on February 24th, I was looking for civilians from the very first days who could get me out. A few days later, I walked towards the Ukrainians to the Troitsky Regional Defense Forces. They were the majority at the time. When I got there, I told them where I was from. After a while, they told me about the existence of the Freedom of Russia Legion. I asked to be taken there, said Shmuel. The fighter noted that he would never have believed that Ukraine wanted to attack Russia, seize any territories, etc., because it's clear to everyone that as of 2022, Ukraine didn't have such forces. Now, as a result of this war, Ukraine has an army that can fight back against Russia. That wasn't the case back then, he said. Answering the question of how the Russian army's equipment has changed since 2022, given that the first Russian prisoners of war had low-quality ammunition, expired first aid kits, and terrible rations, Lukashev noted that they were well-equipped in 2022, except for the first aid kit, which was from World War II. Now, in 2025 to 2026, the Kalashnikovs the prisoners have are all old. New ones are very rare. The equipment doesn't even have time to arrive. It's destroyed en route. So right now, the main war is a drone war, the soldier emphasized. When asked about the general level of training of the Russian invaders, Shmuel noted that it had worsened. Lukashev said he initially served in the 3rd Battalion of the 503rd Regiment. There were men there who had seen combat, particularly in Syria. Most were from the Caucasus, and in the Caucasus, most guys are physically fit. They've been involved in wrestling, boxing, and other sports since childhood. These days, those who are captured are mostly either elderly or very young and thin. And everyone says they were simply conscripted and sent to be butchered. It's clear they have no idea where they're going or what they're doing. They're simply forced to march forward in pairs. They're captured and they say, "We were told our people were here, so they sent us away," the fighter said. When asked how Russian residents react to the Legion's fighters, for example, if they conduct operations in border areas, Shmuel noted that it's difficult for him to say, since any civilian in a village where Ukrainians are located will support the Ukrainians. If there are Russians there, he'll say, "We were waiting for you," to avoid being killed. Some might be happy, some might be lying. But I can say that if Putin is killed, the entire Russian people will be grateful, he emphasized.